We're all gonna die. Every single one of us. Most of us are probably gonna die because of some boring cause like heart disease or a stroke. But throughout history, there have been people who've become famous just by dying in a creative way. So here are some of the most peculiar procedures that people used to perish in the past. Our first one comes from Ohio in the US. Clement Vallandigham was a lawyer defending a man who was being accused of murdering another guy. But he was trying to prove that the guy just killed himself. Things weren't looking that great for the suspect, so Clement decided to demonstrate to the judge what he thinks actually happened. So you see, Your Honor, it's clearly not a murder. He took his gun out, put it to his head, and yeah, can't really argue with that. I guess he's not guilty. Court's dismissed, everyone, get out. Clement, you can leave now. Clement? Turns out, the gun he thought was unloaded was actually filled with bullets, and when he pulled the trigger, well, let's just say there was enough evidence for the court. Although he died, at least it was enough proof that the suspect was innocent, and so the judge let him free. You see, kids, all you need is a suicidal lawyer and you'll get away with anything. Our next cause of casualty happened in Argentina on the 21st of October 1988. A family watched too much Underdog and decided to let their poodle play all by itself on the balcony of the 13th floor. Unsurprisingly, the poodle ended up falling all the way to the ground, onto some poor old woman who just wanted to go for a walk, and they both ended up dying. But wait, there's more. Someone walking on the opposite street wanted to help the geriatric who was just RKO'd by a flying dog, so she ran across the street. She was apparently so ready to help the woman that she forgot that roads are actually meant for cars, and she became the second casualty of the incident.
You know, maybe we shouldn't have left the dog out here on its own, but hey, look on the bright side. 2 people might have died, but at least it wasn't 3, right?
Apparently, some other guy was watching this whole thing go down and was so distressed by this that he decided life just wasn't worth living anymore and died on the spot. In total, 3 people died all at once, all because of a cascading canine crashing into a collapsible centenarian. Our next approach to annihilation was from Greece somewhere around 204 BC. As the legend goes, a guy named Chrysippus was at a feast and got absolutely shit-faced, to the point where he was barely conscious. Then he saw a donkey eating some figs in the nearby garden and said,
Now give the donkey some wine to go with the figs, am I right? That joke fucking sucked.
This wasn't exactly the pinnacle of comedy, even by ancient Greek standards, but when Chrysippus was that drunk, you could murder his family and still get a laugh out of him. So Chrysippus started laughing really hard at the Oscar-worthy joke he just said. So hard in fact that he couldn't breathe anymore and suffocated to death. Guess you could say that was a killer joke. Have you ever wondered what it would feel like to be mercilessly beaten to death with books by a huge crowd of people? Well, wonder no more, because that's exactly what happened in Honolulu, Hawaii in 1903. Some guy had malaria and was gonna get cured when his family summoned a wizard guy to heal him instead. The wizard thought he was possessed by some demons which were causing his disease. So what are you in here for?
Just got some malaria. It's been pretty rough.
Okay, yeah, I don't care. Come here.
Ow, what the fuck?
Trust me, I'm a doctor. See? He's cured. The next termination technique comes from Japan in 2013. A guy called Takuya Nagaya thought it would be funny to prank his family by acting like a snake and slithering on the floor. Hey mom, look, I'm a snake. Son, you are a 23-year-old adult man. What the fuck are you doing? Is he doing some weird shit again? Yep. I've got a permanent solution. The dad thought that Takuya was being possessed by a snake demon, which is a reasonable conclusion when your fully grown child is rolling on the floor and making hissing noises. So he decided that the best way to get rid of the demon is to beat and bite the shit out of his son for 2 straight days until he fell unconscious and eventually died. Needless to say, the father was arrested for murdering his son. Turns out, in the legal system, demonic possession isn't a valid excuse to kill someone. Now in ancient Greece, assassinations were all the rage. They were a fun and easy way to get rid of someone you didn't like. And one day, people decided to murder a philosopher named Pythagoras. So they started chasing him, and he obviously started running, but then he came across a field of beans. Now if you were in this situation and were being chased by a murderous mob, you'd probably run through the field because it's better for your health than being hacked to pieces. But Pythagoras considered beans to be unclean, because he thought they had the souls of the dead inside them, and he'd never touch one under any circumstance. So he just stopped before the field and let his murderers catch up to him, where he ended up dying. Well, that's done, I guess.
Hey, look here. Come here, you piece of shit. I'll fuck you up. I might be a bean, but I got connections.
Did you hear something?
Don't mess with me.
Nah, it's probably just the wind. Our last way to get wiped out happened in Spain in the 1300s. A king called Charles the Sequel fell ill and asked his royal physician what to do. Now if there's anything we've learned on this channel, it's that any doctor before 1800 was basically the Grim Reaper's door-to-door salesman. The physician told Charles to sew himself tightly in some cloth and cover himself in flammable liquid. This wasn't exactly the best idea when your entire palace was being lit up by uncovered torches, so Charles caught on fire and ended up burning to death.
Hey, do you see the king around anywhere?
Yeah, he's right there. Or at least he was.
What the fuck, dude? Did you kill him?
Me? Kill the king? I wouldn't do that. It was God's plan, don't worry. Oh, hold on a second. Yeah? Okay, cool. Okay, God just told me that I'm the new king and anyone that disagrees with me should be executed. Any questions?
Wait a minute, you can't just do that.
It's just God's plan. That's enough for now, I guess. Thanks for watching and I hope you liked the video. Like, subscribe, do all that, and I'll see you in a week or two.